Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't listened to the Patreon already, Aaron and I had a massive disagreement about cruises.
Oh.
Now, to settle this debate, I thought I'd bring in the modern day gentleman.
The modern day gentleman, that's the best title
The
I've ever heard.
sophisticate, the aristocratic legend himself, Housemate Chris.
Hell yeah. Welcome.
How are you going, Chris?
Thank you for having me back. Great to be here.
Fantastic to have you, mate. Now, for people who don't know Chris, welcome back to Milk Bucket. I should say that. Episode 60-something, I think.
Yeah.
Whoa,
65.
60-something?
Yeah.
Shit's
You're
flowing.
kidding.
Yeah, it's crazy,
I
right?
thought we were at 20-something.
To think it all started in your old apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that apartment.
Do you?
No.
You
It
missed
started
the
in
city.
the one before.
Oh, yeah,
George
don't
Street.
miss that apartment. No.
Chris wanted to fight one of the tenants.
Wait, what? Okay, tell me about this. I didn't know about this.
To be fair, this chick was a bitch. Like,
Okay.
she was such an asshole. She was just complaining all the time. She had a really weird boyfriend who just didn't stop talking to us that one time.
She had the nerve to ask me for intimate pictures in front of my girlfriend.
Oh, I forgot that she wanted to fuck you, bro.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think she was just
wouldn't
mucking
want to?
around.
I don't know if she was mucking around. I remember Bat showed us the WhatsApp group chat, and it's very much like she's fucking with Chris because she wants to fuck Chris.
So,
Well, that's not for me to say.
when your
No, gentleman
girlfriend
never
was
tells.
there, do you mind if I ask what she actually asked for? Like, what kind of intimate pictures?
Well, I mean, pictures of the old Johnny. You know?
How did she say that? Who has the nerve? Especially, like, I'm so
I was
confused.
literally sitting in bed with,
Well, tell you, Chris, I would love to see the old Johnny if you could
the
spare a moment
girlfriend,
too.
and I got the message and like, can you believe this? And she knows you're here.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh my
The
god! That's
nerve.
so bad. Okay.
How did Girlie respond to that? Because that could, like, depending on the relationship and the trust, that could go really bad for the guy.
She wasn't intimidated one
That's
inch.
good.
That's good.
That's
She was
good.
like, if that woman thinks that she's a threat, like she,
yeah.
she can think again.
Your girlfriend's a beautiful woman and she shouldn't
Thank
be
you. She is.
intimidated, but it's always that risk where you're like,
It's a bit,
"No, I
bit of a
didn't do anything."
disrespect. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
That's shocking. I can't believe I missed out on this goss. Granted, I didn't know you at the time, but I
Yeah,
still can't
shit.
believe I didn't hear about
That
this.
was a whole thing. You should see all the messages. Like,
Oh,
I had
I
fun
would
with it
love
at
to see
first,
the
but then I
message.
lost my patience. It was
Yeah.
time to go. It was time to go.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah.
And then you ditched her. You moved in with Just Baz.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Because now James and I know what it's like to live with Baz. I'm curious.
I'd love to hear your perspective.
We've all lived with Baz. And I thought, like, I was talking to Aaron about this earlier. Why don't we have a little bit of fun? Baz isn't here. We're not going to be mean, but let's give a compliment sandwich, meaning a good, a bad, and a good of the Basil Housemate experience.
let me.
It's hard because I'm trying to think. Honestly, he's not that. He's a good housemate.
He's a
Good
Great
housemate. He's
housemate.
great housemate. But
No, that's the thing. I can't really think of much. He's a great housemate, but he plays bad music, and he always has control of the music.
he does.
Yeah.
Whenever music's playing, there's never like Chris liked his music more than maybe me and Aaron did, but it is kind of like, oh, now there's music playing.
Like a bit of a monopoly on the music. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I'll say as a bad thing, he played RuneScape way too much. I don't know.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We went through a period during lockdown where that was all that was on the television, and it fucking drove me
Yes,
crazy.
it's always on the TV.
And yeah, that's the thing. Like, he'll be playing something, not paying attention, and you'll see this little Arabic dude with a beard and a bald head fucking screaming. Yes. We all know
Punch him! I want to punch him
hate-
so bad. I want to fly over to America just to punch him.
I hope Baz listens to this.
I'm going to
It's
tell him
so
to listen
funny.
to this one.
Oh, I feel like you had another example, but I can't
Yeah.
remember what it was.
So Baz, he always disappears in his room and he's always on the phone.
That's right. We'll
Who
be
know
watching
who
a
to?
movie. We'll be watching a movie. We'll all agree to sit down, we'll watch this movie. 40 minutes in, it's getting like really good. It's getting like intense. Maybe we've not seen them. None of us have seen this movie. He just dips for an hour and he just
hour?
walks out to his room. We have no idea where he is. We're
We
like,
think
should
he's
we
taking
pause
his
it?
shit or something. Yeah.
Should we pause it? We don't know. He's on the phone to a girl, and I'm sure you know which girl it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting situation.
Yeah, yeah.
So say no more.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, I would rate him a very, very good.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
As positives, definitely brings up the vibe. Like, on a Friday night, he will start playing fucking music. And even though sometimes, it is liquid cancer into the veins, it's definitely a good vibe to have music playing and like bump around and shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Does Basil still have an impossibly high opinion of his own cooking?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He started cooking way more as well because of
Oh,
that.
has he?
Yeah, and some of them have been
He doesn't
flops.
have his private chef in residence. So
Nah,
that's why.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have every restaurant and Chris at his doorstep.
Exactly.
So he's like, I guess I'm going to start cooking. And some of them are fine. Some of the meals are good. I
Yeah.
can say that. Some of them, I've got to say, like
Like the homemade bread.
yeah, there was times where he made this like dough thing which had like cheese in it, and he pulled it out of the tray. Right, he does his Baz thing. When Baz cooks, he turns to Steve Owen. He's like, bloody hell, fucking crikey! He's pulling this bread up. The cheese is melting down. It looks good.
Yeah.
He's going nuts. He's
He
like,
sent me a photo. He messaged me with the photo of that bread.
yes,
Yeah.
and he's going, fucking zigzag. Look at this. Pulls it up.
Zigzag.
Then he eats it, and he's like, yeah, it's good. And you can tell that
Oh,
the
the
mood's
disappointment.
changed.
Yeah,
The mood's changed, and we're like, oh, so it tastes like shit. And he's like, no, it's really fucking good. It's honestly like amazing. I can't wait to do it again. It's like, but 1 second ago you were looking like Gordon Ramsay, and now you're looking like Gordon Ramsay looks at other people's cooking. You know what I mean? Like,
It was similar to when we went to the Nigerian restaurant, and you could tell for the first
Oh,
time that
yes.
Baz was not happy with his food.
yeah,
The first time I've said, that was just spirit crushing.
Yeah.
Oh, Basil disappointed in food. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
must
know,
be
it's
bad.
never happened. So that's how bad you know this bread was.
oh, it's pretty fucking horrible.
Granted, I didn't have any because gluten free, but
That Nigerian thing was honestly a fun experience because even though we paid way too much money, feel like we got scammed and
Yeah.
the food
It
kind of
was a bonding experience.
Yeah,
It was.
it's a fun experience of now we all kind of look down on an African cuisine. Now, it's not that they're bad people, and I'm sure we just went to the bad restaurant, but afterwards we were all looking at each other like, do Nigerians know how to cook? Without the idea that like, oh, maybe we just went to a shit restaurant. You know what I mean?
it's
Yeah.
very likely we went to a shit restaurant.
So like we got fucking lamb in a stew and it was like rock hard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. And the rice was the rice wasn't even very good.
The rice fucking sucked.
Every component was bad. Let's
The
just
banana, we had like fried banana. I think that was okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of the plantain, but it was fine.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But when we got there and we realized that when they said $42 for two people,
Yeah.
we didn't realize that meant $42 each.
Look, they swindled us. The menu was very, very misleading.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And we,
100% swindled us.
we all ended up paying like $90 each for this
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
We
shit.
paid
food.
more for less food.
Yeah, 100%.
That's, yeah.
It made no sense.
It was very upsetting. I'm not gonna lie.
But now we know not to go to Nigeria again.
Or Nigeria, in fact.
Yeah, or
Perhaps.
Nigeria in general.
I think I'll make a bold statement and say, you know what? I will go once more. I'll give them a
that
second
restaurant?
try.
That specific
Not
one?
to that restaurant. Fuck
No,
that.
Yeah, okay.
No.
But I'll go. Maybe, hopefully, I'll have a Nigerian friend one day, and he'll let me try his mother's cooking or something. Because I feel like Nigerian is like Italian, where you always hear Italians say like, "Oh no, my mom's cooking." It's like insane.
Shut up. No
Yeah.
one talks about how good Nigerian food is.
No, well, yeah, they do, bro.
What?
Go to the UK.
No way.
South London,
yeah,
bro.
but they crave about mushy peas. Like I don't fucking, I don't, I
They
don't,
love
I don't, I
Jamaican.
don't take their opinion that well.
Don't confuse Nigerian with the Jamaican food, which is actually quite
Oh,
good.
the jerk chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jerk chicken's
and
bad.
That
very
shit looks
popular
bad.
in London.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you think about London food? Is London food good?
London is a world capital, so it's like all things to all people. You can get any cuisine there. You can get the best, the worst. So, like, there's no way to generalize it, really.
Here's the thing I want to ask, because I watched a compilation of racist Top Gear moments, right?
Right.
And it was like quite funny, obviously. It's
Well,
fucking
obviously.
Top Gear. But at one point, James May, who's a long-haired guy for people who don't watch Top
Who
Gear.
doesn't know?
Yeah. He's not the guy who lamped the producer in the face. That was Jeremy Clarkson. But so he was saying, like, they were talking about the Mexicans, and they were saying, imagine being Mexican.
I
Like,
know. I saw that
yeah,
clip.
it's like the great thing about being Mexican is when you can wake up, you can just go right back to sleep again. Like,
Wait, I don't get that.
essentially saying they're lazy and shit.
Oh,
'cause
right,
That's like
okay.
a racist stereotype.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But James May says, and the Mexicans, they can't really do food, can they? It's basically all sick, meaning like vomit.
Refried
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the clip.
But here's the thing, I know that in Australia we have the Tex-Mex style Mexican food that the US kind of invented, and it's not real authentic Mexican food, but it's like
Tastes good.
they took it and they changed it, but it's like, you know, it's not night and day, I've heard. It's different, but it's like Italian versus American pizza, where it's still pizza, just
It's
better
different.
Italian. Yeah.
And I've just come here from a authentic Mexican restaurant with an authentic Mexican person.
Yeah. So here's the question. Does London have good Mexican food? Was he just off on that take, or is it that Mexican hasn't really reached its way to London because there's not a huge South American population there?
There is a chain called Oaxaca in London, which does like reasonably good Mexican food. It would be like a hybrid of real Mexican and Tex-Mex.
Right.
It's quite good, but you can definitely get like proper authentic Mexican in London for sure. But unless you're very cultured, you probably wouldn't know about that, and you might
Right.
be judging Mexican food by Taco Bell. Which you
okay.
should never
Do you
do.
guys have Taco Bell? I'm saying you guys. For context, I thought Chris was British until like 4 months after knowing him.
It's just because Chris can properly enunciate his words.
Exactly, he
So
just
Aussies
speaks
are like,
correctly.
oh, where the bloody hell are you from, mate? It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
no, I'm from the Northern Beaches.
I was so shocked when you said you grew up in Northern Beaches.
Well, you actually.
Yeah, I thought you grew up in England.
He thought you grew up in Buckingham Palace, mate. He's like,
Yeah.
how is Lizzie
Are you
these
not
days?
related to the Queen?
Well, I mean, very distantly.
Second cousin twice removed, but I still go to the birthday parties.
What do you think about? Okay, so London, obviously, they're known for terrible weather, and you're planning to move there, and you've lived there before.
Yep.
How is the adjustment going from Australia that has beautiful weather in summer, winter not so great, to London where it's pretty miserable all year round? At least what I've heard.
I don't think it's pretty miserable all year round. They have glorious summers.
Do they?
Yes.
To be fair, isn't now meant to be summer?
Yes.
So my boss is going, given the Midlands, like Manchester or something like
Okay.
that, and he looked at the weather and it was the same degrees as here in Sydney, which was like 12. So I don't really want to hear you say glorious, Chris, because glorious can mean different things. I get that. It's a subjective term. But fucking 12 degrees in the summer?
I don't think anything good happens in the Midlands. Just saying. Including the weather.
Oh. Okay, so you're saying in London the weather is nicer.
Oh, yeah. Like, they have, like, long, dark winters, but you kind of just
That
get
sounds
on
pretty
with
depressing. You just get on with it. Okay, it's just like I think I would really struggle to live there just because of the weather.
No, just harden up. You'll be fine.
Harden up, yeah.
You haven't taken your concrete for today, Aaron.
I think I was born for like the English climate. Like I'm very susceptible to hay fever. There's no hay fever in England. Apparently.
Yeah, like big fields of grass and like crop.
In London?
Oh, but like in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Can't you like grow anything? That's why there was such a powerhouse, because they had constant food throughout the last fucking 1,000
I
years.
suppose so.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I just heard somewhere. I think it was on shit on Joe Rogan.
Oh, really?
A lot of people are susceptible to hay fever because they're like just living in areas that their body wasn't made for. And like, if you look at me, I look extremely British given how pale I am.
Yeah.
So like, I just thought it would make sense.
No, that makes sense. You're not that
I'm no
pale,
scientist. I am very
I think you've
pale.
got Scandinavian blood.
That would
Which,
be cool.
to be honest with you, makes sense, because I think Aaron found out that he has like ancestors from Normandy, and that was the place in France where the Scandinavians came and raped and pillaged and kind of said, "This is ours now."
Oh,
My
God love
fucking
'em.
crew.
Gang shit, bro.
Nah, I don't know. I think I definitely have like something in me with color because my sister and my mum was quite olive. But I think there's a large part of me that's British. Actually, I know that because I've got DNA.
Is it that
Ancestry.com.
large?
It's surely large.
I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, God.
I've heard good things.
I don't know if you know this, Chris, but Aaron's nicely transitioned to a bit of a fuckboy.
Oh my God, we don't. We briefly touched on this in the
I'm so
Patreon.
out of the loop. I'm so out of the loop.
It's a shame. So Chris has moved away to Melbourne, which is another city in Australia.
Yeah.
So we don't unfortunately get to see him quite as much as we used to. So he's a bit out of the loop in everyone's sexual endeavors.
Yeah, just to like catch you up, Aaron's now invented this springboard contraption where when you pull a lever, it actually shoots the girl out of the front door. You know what I mean?
Sounds efficient.
Yeah, it's super efficient.
Dude, that's like a Barney Stinson thing, and that's not me. I struggle to tell someone to leave. I'm like, oh, you can stay. Like,
You don't struggle that hard.
I struggle very hard. It takes me a solid like 2 hours to like bring the confidence up to be like, oh, I'm getting tired.
Do you know what the unfortunate
It
thing
sounds
is,
like you've got
Chris?
a constant rotation of like women
I don't.
through this house.
No.
The unfortunate thing is it takes Aaron 2 hours to get the courage to kick them out, but unfortunately the stopwatch starts the second they walk in the house. After 2 hours, that's when it happens. You know what I mean?
No, there's no rotation. I'm not. See, this is so stupid. I shouldn't have this reputation. It was just like a couple of weeks of fun, and then now I've got this fucking reputation.
Aaron, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Would you rather this reputation or the previous one?
Yeah, this
Because everyone's got to have a reputation.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Basil Fox Ladyboys.
Yeah.
You guys haven't. I think I'm at the start of creating the reputation.
Yeah, I think you're the reputation creator. I mean, you probably created Chris's reputation as well. Of like the delightfully dressed,
be honest with
classy
you,
man.
I think it did come from James actually.
I think Chris didn't help himself with that because when he said, "Oh yeah, I got my shirts tailored," I'm like, "What?"
I didn't volunteer that.
When Chris said,
You asked me where my t-shirt was from. I told you frankly where it was from.
No, I think Baz knew and
Switzerland.
Baz brought it up on the podcast to
Okay,
stitch you
yeah.
up. But when we said, "Oh, we're going to KFC, do you want some?" You're like, "Good heavens!" I was like, "I mean, come on."
Yeah, that was a funny joke. Offering me KFC. Good one.
Your health must be so great.
It's not that good. I just don't eat
Fast
fast
food.
food.
And fast food is so bad for you. And the majority of people eat
I eat
fast food.
sugar though. That's terrible.
Like how much sugar though? Are you a lolly person?
No, well, I'll have like
Pastries are ridiculous. They're so good.
I'll have like some biscuits or something on the weekend.
No.
I'll go to
Biscuits.
if I'm getting
Good
a coffee, I'll
heavens.
get a cake or something. Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, Banksia.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like when you taste Chris's bakery, it's like, oh, okay, no, I get it. Like if I was Chris, I'd be eating it every fucking day. It's so good.
What got
Oh,
me?
it's not that good,
Mate,
come
the
on. Well, thank you.
brownies with the flaky fucking salt, that shit
Yes.
slaps harder than Chris Brown.
Last time Chris came over, he baked us brownies. It was fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh,
ridiculous.
so kind.
I thought I thought there was gonna be a little special ingredient in it.
It's like, it's so funny because
No, I don't have the.
yeah, I just caught that.
There was not, but it was still delightful.
No, he left on top of it. I bleep that.
Oh,
maybe.
Patreon. Yeah, I'll doc sound it. No one will know. No one will be able to catch on to that.
Doc sound.
Chris, okay, so you're a classy man. There is a certain profession that dresses very classy,
Yeah.
but it's controversial
Okay.
around if people like them, are they scumbags?
Julia Roberts is a prostitute?
No.
She dressed classy at the
No,
end.
that's
Not at the start, admittedly.
Oh, okay.
real estate agents.
Oh, yeah, no.
I've been watching this show called Lux Listings. I'm not sure if you guys know it. It's
Is that the Sydney
yeah, it's a
one?
Sydney, yeah,
Oh,
the
I
real
saw
estate
it.
agents
Is it
based in Bondi.
Season 1?
Season 2 is out. I
Is
finished
it?
season 2. It's fantastic. I watched it. I was like, I wouldn't mind being a real estate agent. They are typically
Speaking of another person I wouldn't mind punching, but go on.
they are the like absolute scums, and I hate every red tie that they own. Their entire wardrobe is just red ties.
It really is.
Oh,
Yeah.
never wear a red tie. I learned that in
Exactly.
London. You never wear a red tie.
Do you know that? What's the reason?
Red for communism.
Oh.
You can't wear that in a business.
Red's under the beds. Fuck.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I think it's just like so obnoxious power. It's like a power thing.
It's
But-
like wearing a very strong pinstriped suit.
Exactly. You have to earn the pinstripe.
Yeah.
I've told so many people this. You cannot be walking around a pinstripe as a fucking graduate. You have to be at least
Exactly.
MD level, which is equivalent to like CEO.
It's also like when you're walking around in a black suit, someone better have died.
Yeah.
If you're showing me my
Oh,
this new
never wear a
house.
black suit
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're not at a funeral.
Died at a
exactly.
wedding.
Oh my God.
I'm seeing a few people at the office who are grads wearing them, and I'm just like, ugh.
Rookie mistake, bro.
You need to educate those
They
people.
won't make
Yeah.
it to senior con.
The thing is, one of them is an ex-doctor. And I don't feel right critiquing his fashion.
This fucking guy, I mean, we won't say the profession or anything like that.
Yeah.
But Aaron keeps telling me about this ex-doctor who's become a graduate at his company.
It's crazy.
Something's happened. I don't believe that you go from doctor. No offense, Aaron.
Yeah,
your
yeah, it's
career,
fine, it's
your
fine.
career's prestigious and all that shit.
It's okay.
But doctor is like top tier.
Yeah, it is. Top dog. His justification was he was sick of people dying, seeing people die and all that. So he went back, studied an undergraduate degree, not postgrad. So he studied a degree, bachelor's of commerce, major in finance, started as a graduate making what, 65K?
That's fucking crazy.
And now I'm telling this ex-doctor what to do. And I'm like I'm messaging him being like, am I dying about like when I have certain sicknesses? Like advice. He's my
Hey
WebMD.
man, is my dick meant to look like that?
Yeah.
I fucked 3 girls last week and I can't tell.
Oh my God. Why can't I get it up? Explain. But yeah, so real estate agents. You're not a fan?
I'm not a fan.
Okay,
I'm not.
okay.
I mean, apologies to real estate agent friends, but not a fan.
Yeah, yeah. Understandable.
They're at the same level as recruiters. Again, apologies.
Oh, that's true. They are very relatable to recruiters.
I've
Although,
had bad experiences personally with recruiters, so like my image is completely tainted.
can you please enlighten me? Because I'm talking with recruiters every so often, sussing out the industry, how much I could get paid.
I just don't see well, for me, they didn't provide me with any value.
Okay.
So I moved over to London with nothing, like starting from fresh. Booked a few appointments with recruiters. They all promised to launch me into these amazing careers. Don't worry, we got you. Nothing came of it.
Really?
I had to hustle myself to get a job.
How did you find a job in London?
I think I just sent out a lot of applications, and then there was a lot of. They use LinkedIn a lot in the
yeah.
UK, a lot more than here.
I use it a lot here. I'm on it every day.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Aaron uses it as a dating app.
I'm not gonna lie.
Is she
okay.
worth my time?
Isn't that how Basil got his first job?
Oh,
Was it that? I remember he applied for, again, we probably shouldn't say title, but like a more senior position, like
Yes.
maybe a 3rd or 4th year position
Yep.
as a guy who's never worked a fucking day in his life. And then they were like, weren't
They
they like,
redirected him to a more appropriate position.
yeah, but
Yeah,
to be
correct.
fair to him, I think they were like, they were impressed by his gumption or whatever to like actually go after it. Like, it
There's a lot of
shows some-
flirting involved.
Was there?
Yeah, because there was. You'll have to check with him, but I believe there was some social media messaging, and they had surfing in common, and she's pretty fit, so there was a bit of flirtation.
What?
Invited him in
I
for an
didn't hear
interview.
this.
Yeah.
I thought he
so
wowed them
funny.
with his fucking technical abilities. I didn't realize he dicked her down and she gave him a job.
It's funny because like he lied about. Don't say lie. He exaggerated his experience for his first job. He also did that with his last job. Man's just lying on every job application.
Man's a hustler.
Yeah, hustle. I mean, it's working for him.
you
He's
got to
killing it.
hustle in this world.
I know. I got to start applying for.
If you're
managing
not
director
fucking
ranks.
someone, someone's fucking you. That's what Gandhi said.
Yeah, did he?
He was
Yeah.
referring to the English government, Chris. But, you know, that works as well.
But I don't know. So you've had pretty negative experiences. I've had good experiences with recruiters, purely because the recruiters that I follow and I'm connected with, they're always posting not only the jobs that are available, but the salary ranges. So it's just nice. I don't even have to talk to them. I can just see how much I could be getting paid.
Can we clarify that you actually, like, that's not necessarily a good experience because you haven't acted on any of these yet. Like,
That's true.
It feels like that's an industry pool, but like maybe you talk to them and they're like, oh, don't worry, it's in the bag. And then
Yeah.
something doesn't happen because like the market's not right or whatever. You know what I mean?
That could definitely happen. But like they do like a range. So like for
Yeah.
X rank that could be going into, it could be X to Y.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's great. Like it's like a fucking seeing how high your property is or something like that.
exactly.
It's a great tool.
Yeah.
But they also do seem kind of tools. Like they're just surfing LinkedIn all day, making posts, like sending out bot emails.
I'm
and
curious
stuff,
if
you know
there are
what I mean?
any actually that make decent money, unless you own the business. I'm excluding owning the recruiting firm.
I suppose if you were headhunting for like banking positions
Yeah.
and then made a commission, they would surely make a bit of money through that.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
make some fucking dollars, not gonna lie.
I guess that's with any commission role. If you're just good at it,
Yeah.
you're gonna kill. You just have to be a good salesman.
You really do.
We should start getting people to work for Milk Bucket that is just commission only. So
Oh, yeah.
they find partnerships and then they get a cut of that partnership.
Let's get an agent.
Yeah,
Let's
I'll
leave
love
what an agent is. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. Completely unpaid except for commission.
Now, Chris, talking about another member of society that people are torn about.
Yeah.
What is the upper classes view? Because I'm going to assume you speak for them of salespeople.
Oi! True. Good point.
Well, I can't speak for them, but if you're asking me,
I think you can speak for them.
well, you have to narrow it down, like salespeople as in like used car salesmen?
Just
Or like,
sales as a,
like yacht traders.
oh, yacht traders.
Let's leave out high finance. So we're not talking S&T or something like that,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's
No-
like,
no-
okay, they're making
no
500
traders.
grand a year or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if we're talking like, this is kind of talking shit about
Selling
us.
watches, selling software, selling a product that's not a luxury item.
This whole podcast is a test to see if Basil listens. 'Cause if he doesn't, I'm going to be like, oh, wait, dickhead. You should have had a problem with this.
So cringe.
Yeah. So you don't like sales?
No.
I mean, it's not an uncommon opinion. We've had this conversation with Basil. We've disclosed that.
I don't want to
Basil's in
shit
sales
on
now.
them, but ooh.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the whole thing, like, you're always selling something, and if you're not selling something, you're selling yourself or something.
Yeah, which is true.
he's doing it for the skills he's picking
Yeah,
up.
that's what I thought. Like the transitional skills, and potentially it could parlay him into a different field, which he's wanted to do for quite a while.
Man was
Exactly.
a born salesman. I don't think he picked up any skills. He already had it.
Yeah, but I think he gained the confidence through being under the pressure, because there was that
Possibly.
first month where he was quite stressed, but afterwards he kind of found his rhythm. And I think a lot of sales is being able to prove to yourself, like, no, this is fine. Because
Yeah.
like there's a lot of self-doubt in a job like that where it's like,
Yeah.
am I good enough to do it? And he's been able to prove to himself, like, yeah, I am.
He's
highs
on a
are
great
highs.
run, I have to
He's
say.
on a really good
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
run.
he's
He's
killing
doing very well with himself.
Yeah.
It's so infuriating because like I'll go to my job, do a 10-hour day, and I'll come back and he's just chilling on his fucking couch, like playing RuneScape, but he's killing it. You know what I mean? Like this fucking
So
guy.
frustrating. I had to live with that.
But he's a born salesman. He's found what
Nah, he's done well with
found what
himself.
works.
100%.
We just need to find what works for us.
Now, we've said too many nice things. And we're not just going to shit on Basil here. We're going to shit on all of us. And we're going to, I want to play a game called
Okay.
Tacky or Not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Now, let's go through and let's do things we all do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Oh,
let's see,
this is
Chris,
good.
what do
Yeah.
we think?
Yeah.
Now, to start the ball rolling, what do you think about cruises, Chris?
Ooh. Now, when you say cruises, let me just clarify. We're not chartering a yacht off
We're
the
not
south
chartering
of
a
France.
yacht. We're not, porting in Monaco.
Is this like P&O, like leaving out of Sydney or Brisbane?
Exactly.
P&O is a bit budget. We're saying Royal Caribbean.
Like, oh, we're seeing 30 islands in 30 days. You know what I mean?
Oh, not for me. Not for me.
Not for me, though.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of RSLs, not even floating ones.
Oh, that's amazing.
You get this.
Oh, that's well played. That's very well played. That's
Loading
That's amazing. That's so good.
Okay. To switch it up, this is a bit more pricey one.
Okay.
What do you think about Richard Millie's?
Ooh.
The expensive square watches. I personally think they look
I
like
think
G-Shocks.
they're a little ugly.
I
know
do
they're
as well.
super expensive, but
They look, they're like, for people who don't know, look it up. I don't think it looks the nicest watch, but it's worth 500 grand each. Or
They're new money though.
I think they look so new money. But that's I don't know if I'm wrong on this. You know what I mean?
no, I think if you're going to spend that much, get a Patel.
Is that like a Patek?
Yeah, Patek, sorry.
Oh yeah, Patek. Yeah.
Patek.
What do you think about Rolexes?
I like
question.
them, but I think just everyone has a Rolex these days. Like
I
every
agree.
second person has a Rolex.
I'm starting to be less and less impressed.
Yeah.
I think Rolexes give the same vibe to me as Lamborghini, where the second some guy comes into 100 grand, they've got one of both.
Yeah.
And they're both on finance.
Like they are good watches, but I feel like everyone that makes some money just buys one.
While
Yeah.
we're talking about watches, I'm just curious because I've recently been getting into Cartier watches. What do you think about those?
Oh, I love Cartier.
Oh, got
That's
Chris's
my
stamp
watch of
of
choice. I love it.
Hell yeah. What other tacky or not do we have?
Ooh, what is a good example of tacky or not?
Audi R8. Do you know that car?
Yeah, it's a little.
Because I can see the justification for why it would be tacky.
It's a little
It's
bit
kind
there,
of
done
become tacky. I always see them in like matte colors or flashy colors.
Yeah. Fair enough. Because I think any sports car is just on the brink of it being like it could go to the
It depends
tacky
how you
spot
use it
side.
as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's the classiest thing to drive around in a Ferrari, but I also
Yeah.
acknowledge that a Ferrari is like the best engineered car in the world, and if you're going on the track,
That's
that's
right.
the car to have.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Unless it's a Red Bull, because they're killing them in the F1 right now. Yeah, okay. What do you think about these? Lexus. Because I feel like Lexus was billed as luxury car, like they're trying to compete with a fucking, maybe not an Aston Martin, but they're trying to be like the bridge between Aston and a shit car. Like, oh, this is a bit more
I think
luxury.
they're the bridge between the Toyota and the Mercedes.
Yeah. I think that's
They're
close.
not competing on the same level as Beamer, Merc.
No, you're right. Do you know what I think it is? I think Lexus was trying to be Mercedes, but they just didn't do it.
No.
Yeah.
They're very reliable, as I understand. They're good cars. I wouldn't buy one personally. I don't think they're very stylish.
I don't think so.
I don't think they're fun to drive. I think they're very reliable, comfortable cars, and that's it.
Would you ever get a car that's not BMW or Mercedes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like my last car was not a BMW or Mercedes.
I don't believe you.
It was an Audi.
An R8, actually.
Yeah, an R8.
Chris sold it just to the point where it's tacky now.
Yeah.
Okay, get rid of it.
Oh, okay. I would not mind an Audi. Convertibles. Tacky or not?
Depends. It
Oh, yeah.
depends.
On?
I don't. It's not for me, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I've got one. Fuck, what are they called? They're not people movers. What are the fucking... It's like...
G-Wagons?
No. Oh, they're so tacky.
So tacky.
No, it's the things that like Logan Paul and stuff have where it's like the Mercedes van or something like that, but it's kitted out on the inside.
Oh, yeah. I struggle to think of what they're called.
Like a Vito thing.
I don't know.
What do you think of Maseratis?
Ooh.
Because they're known to look good, but I've heard a lot of people say that they're actually built not that great. That's
Yeah,
why
I've
you
heard
never see
that
them
too.
competing with the other Italian.
Oh,
and
they
the
sound
German
beautiful.
style.
They look so nice.
They look very
They're
pretty.
apparent. Like I think what's that entry level? The Ghibli. The Ghibli is meant to be horrifically built.
Oh, really?
Like it's made to break down.
The thing I like about it is the logo looks so sick.
Yeah, it really
The Trident
does.
looks fucking sexy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm really tempted.
Really tempted to drop. What is it? It's still going to be 120 or something, right?
Surely it's more than 120 for a Maserati.
I don't know.
Depends on which one.
A new Maserati. There's no way it's under 200. Surely.
The Ghibli is like an entry level though. It's not. It's like it's not too expensive.
Really? Can you check, James?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I just want to show Chris my favorite car right now called the Ferrari Roma, which is, it feels to me like a hybrid between a Ferrari and like an Aston. What do you think of that?
That's sexy.
Damn
Oh,
straight.
really?
It
Can I
does
see?
look like an Aston Martin, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that's not tacky in the slightest.
It's built, it's not built like a tacky
yeah.
thing.
Now look up this Maserati because I'm curious. If you can get a Maserati for 120, I am shocked. Because I would put them in a league above Mercedes and BMW.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got a 7.9 out of 10 by Cars Guide and a 5 out of 10 by Top Gear.
What is Top Gear now?
MSRP 140.
Yeah. Okay. USD as well, I'm guessing.
AUD.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So probably about 110
Yeah.
US.
Oh, okay. The more you know. I guess it's affordable. Well, Not quite.
Fuck up,
Okay.
Aaron.
No. I can't afford it.
Actually, Aaron is part of the 1%.
No, I'm not, dickhead.
I'm not gonna lie. He's a little bit part of the 1%.
I wish, bro.
He doesn't like to admit it, but his dad is looking at another boat.
I would love to admit it if it was true. The thing is, I
Okay.
feel like I'm lying if I admit it.
I asked Aaron a question, Chris. I want to see your reactions.
Okay.
I said that we were at a bar, and I said, Aaron, what would you do if you were at the the lawyer's office? Your parents died in an accident or something like that, and you saw that the will said, "I'm going to donate everything to charity." And Aaron's face was sluck jaw, like, no, I don't believe you. And I'm like, no, Aaron, it's not actually happening. He's like sweating, he's like, no, dude, seriously, don't fuck with me right now. Did he say this?
Those graves.
Yeah.
What would
That's
you do,
not
Chris?
Yeah, exactly. It's not on.
That is disrespectful.
Exactly. See, thank you. Chris
But
is
what
on
if
my
it was
side.
going to a really good cause?
I'm not interested. It's for me to make that decision.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, exactly.
What if you found out that cancer is cured? Not treated,
Ooh.
cured. So you get an injection, it's gone, which could help you or the people you care about in the future, or you take the money.
But can I take the money and then choose to donate some of it towards this cancer?
Yeah, so-
No, it has to be all or nothing. And if you don't give them the funding, it's shutting down tomorrow and it'll be lost.
But what about the legacy?
Oh,
It's a pretty good legacy curing cancer, mate.
No, what about the family legacy?
true.
Bro, half the fucking rich cunts in the UK haven't had money for years. They're living off brand name.
Well, that's
Giving
okay.
tours around their estates and shit like that, living
Yeah.
off credit lines.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh,
According
my
to one show
son.
called The Gentleman.
So that's a no-go. You wouldn't like it?
No, I would not like that.
Yeah.
Chris, I don't know. Do you know much about Star Wars?
No, I'm afraid not.
Ooh. So you and Baz don't watch Star Wars.
Explain why you haven't seen it.
It's
Did you not grow up with it? Or
Because we've discussed before that Baz came out of the tube at the age of like 15. Like he was in one of those hyperbaric chambers with the liquid and they opened it and he just slumped down and that's when he was born.
I can see that.
So he has no childhood experiences, you know what I mean?
He says the same about me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what gaps in knowledge Chris has. So
Yeah.
did you watch any Disney growing up?
I watched some of the 50s ones, like the
What the fuck?
the one with those cats. What's it called?
Cats?
Yeah, in Paris,
Oh.
the Aristocats.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
god,
yeah.
that's old school.
And the Dalmatians, and the one with the wizard and the sword and all that.
Chris, be real with me. And I don't want to put anything on you.
Okay.
But were you kind of going for Cruella de Vil? When she was trying to get the fucking coat of 101 Dalmatians, were you kind of like, yeah, but it's stylish?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that the whole? Were you not on her side?
Oh, no, you know what? I might have been on the wrong side. Maybe Cruella de Vil was
There's
the...
plenty more puppies where they came from.
Ah, damn.
Can you imagine how fucking fuming you'd be if you had a dog and another dog, guy, girl, and you had 101 dogs now? You're like, oh, wait, what the fuck's going on here? You cunts?
101 dogs. We can't even handle one fucking rabbit.
Yeah, it's running around, shitting in front of Aaron's door.
Oh my gosh.
The rabbit legit has something out for Aaron because every time it gets let inside, it walks up to him, looks him in the eye, and shits on the floor out front of his door.
It's not fair.
Maybe he's terrified.
I'm not gonna lie, Aaron's had like
Maybe you
7
literally
girls
scared
come and
the
go
shit
with
out of
shit
him.
right there.
Shut up. Although, one time, the girl yesterday, she did walk out and the shit was there.
So you admit there was one girl.
There was a girl.
There was a girl.
Yesterday, yes.
Another one.
And what do we say? When there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is
When there's a girl, there's a fuckboy. That's just what people say.
Guys, I'm a good person, please. This is dangerous. It's gonna come back to bite me. There's gonna be one girl I'm gonna be so into her, so keen. She's gonna find the podcast. She's gonna listen, and she's gonna be like, "What? Aaron slept with 7 girls in the past 2 days? No, it's not true."
Can I get a definition of what an actual fuckboy is?
I would love one.
So take in what Aaron is.
No, because I'm
There we
not.
go.
I am not.
Oh, it says it all.
No. I am not. I am single currently.
Okay,
And
I'll-
I have been I go out on Fridays or whatever, and I will talk to people, and then
I'll
like
That's the vaguest thing ever.
Yeah.
I'll try to find a fuckboy. So a fuckboy is usually a guy who's talking to multiple women, trying to have sex with them without having any real feelings or emotional attachment. Often, kicking them out early. Thinking of ways to kick them out early per se. Thinking like, oh, do I need a fucking tripwire so she hurts her ankle and has to go to the hospital?
Okay, that didn't happen. I wasn't planning anything like that. You know what my excuse was, Chris? I said my friend is up from Melbourne and we're meeting up with him.
That's perfectly true.
yeah, but this was yesterday.
Well, I was up from Melbourne yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I'm technically not lying. I didn't say when I was meeting up with him. It was just today.
You did actually. You said, "Oh, we got to leave at 6:30."
Oh, that's true. But I didn't say where I was leaving to. I did leave to go Woolies.
That is true.
Yeah, I did go.
She didn't realize that you were going to get some sausages and come back.
Exactly. So yeah, that was my Saturday.
It sounded like a fun Saturday.
But like, I think a fuckboy is when you have a rotation.
Of the same or always different?
Ooh, good question. I think even having a rotation of 2 different girls.
But do those 2 girls know about the other girl?
No.
Oh.
So let me ask you something, Aaron.
Yeah.
If we're saying 2 girls is the minimum, it's like some people define mass shooting by 4 people killed. Some people it's 2, and that's why numbers vary by country to country, right? So if we just go by the 2 girls on a rotation, how many more girls do you need to be a fuckboy?
Like
for this rotation? Because there's been.
I'd say 3.
Has there not been a girl? Have you been speaking to any other girls, or is it? I'm sure it's just been a monogamous affair. You know, you're just you're solely.
Dude,
committed.
everyone who listens to the Patreon knows what I Everyone go follow the Patreon. And you'll hear
the
about
fuck boy. Here's the thing. I'm actually so shocked.
Yeah.
That Aaron's able to pull girls, and it's not he's tall, he's confident, he's got a job, he's handsome, you know what I mean? Like,
got his shit together.
He's got shit in front of the door, but it's easily vacuumed. But the thing is, he doesn't have a phone case.
I don't have a phone case.
Like, what a fucking peasant doesn't have a phone case these days?
Here's the thing. I have been looking into it, and I think I found the solution.
No way.
Puppythis.co.
What's Puppy This, you fucking dickhead?
Wait, these are the people that saved my phone when it went over the cliff in Vaucluse. Remember that?
Yes. That's the thing.
Right.
Chris actually knows about Poppy. I forgot about that. Yeah. He accidentally dropped it. We thought he was going to die, but he landed on the Poppy case and he was fine.
Exactly.
It was like a trampoline.
Yeah, yeah.
He landed on the case, he bounced back up.
And so did the phone. It was fucking pretty crazy, you know what I mean? It's like he hit rewind on that fucking Click movie.
It was like almost scientifically not possible.
Yeah, but that's the thing. With Poppy This's logo is making scientifically impossible possible.
I like how we're giving a different company their own logo. You know what else? They're giving us 20% off for everyone who's listening to this podcast.
Are you telling me if they click the link down below, they get 20% off Puppy This cases?
Yes, I'm telling you exactly that.
Jesus. Click the link down below, boys and girls. Now let's get back to Aaron being a slut.
No, let's not return to this. Okay, I'm looking through my topics. Okay, so I found a topic that has nothing to do with my sexual endeavors.
Nothing?
Nothing. So it
sorry to
has
hear
something
that.
to do with someone else's sexual endeavors.
Yeah.
Somewhat. It's a weird link, not really. So my friend just got married. That was the entire link of sexual endeavors to marriage.
Yes.
So, and he was telling me about the costs. I've heard weddings are expensive. Chris is gonna like react to what I'm about to say and be like, "Oh, fucking pocket change." But when I heard it, I was fucking dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was to ask you how much, and you have to be realistic, how much you guys think photos cost?
Photos?
Yeah, just the photographer.
Here's the thing. I think I'm going to guess high now because I feel like...
Yeah, but that's no fun. You're going to be like 100K when obviously...
No. I would say maybe 20 bags.
Okay. Chris, do you have a guess?
Really?
Yeah, because I think the wedding tax is fucked.
It's just one photographer. It's not a group. It's just one person.
Oh, okay. Now, okay, I'm going to say $5,000.
Okay.
That seems high even then. Like, that's basically a day's pay for a photographer.
Yeah, one guy.
A couple of thousand, I'd say.
$10,000
Fuck me.
for one person. Now, let me ask you, how much do you think flowers cost?
Oh, a lot. Flowers are expensive.
Flowers are
This was
expensive normally.
What shocked me. Yeah.
I'm going to say $40,000.
Oh, okay. Well, not fucking not that high. Granted, these guys don't earn a lot of money.
Okay, yeah.
So it could be 40K for all I know. He spent $20,000.
I was going to say 20.
Yeah,
That's fucking
That's
crazy.
about right. For good flowers.
For flowers, sorry. That's fucking shocking. I do not want to get married now.
Yeah. No, it was really
Flowers are
great.
luxurious.
It was really great back in the day when the girl's dad paid for it all, but I don't know if that's how it works anymore.
Oh, I think it is.
You think
Yeah?
it's
A
a
lot
lot
of, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to get
My
like an
sister's
Arab
getting
or an
married.
aristocrat. Yeah, exactly.
I know. God,
You
into
played
that
yourself,
one,
son.
bloody hell.
I think my parents will pay a bit for my sisters, but not the whole thing.
Nothing for yours?
I doubt it.
So who pays?
Really?
Yeah. For my one, it'll probably be me. Unless the girl's parents are generous.
See,
Hopefully they are.
that's why I feel like you've got to just like. I was thinking about this, right? I don't know if this is possible, but what if you just ordered flowers for a party, not a wedding, and they just happen to be white and pink or whatever? You know what I mean? Like what? Like
Still,
you got
a lot.
But do you think it'll be $20,000?
because people
No.
talk about the wedding tax is like 3 times the normal rate.
But you've got to have flowers for the church and also the reception. So it's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
That is so fucked.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'm
And
guessing
the
the
bridal
placement.
thing that they carry, that's expensive.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Oh,
the
and
person
you
that
can't-
places them is
You
like
can't
a big
skimp
part
on
of the
that either.
price.
You also can't say, "Oh no, it's just happens to be a bouquet for no reason." It's like, why is it full of white fucking roses or whatever?
Oh yeah,
Like,
bouquet, another fucking scam.
what if you got, you know how like wedding cakes like have those layers?
Yep.
So it's like big circle, smaller circle, smaller circle, smaller circle.
Yep.
What if you got them individually from different bakeries and you just chucked them on top of each other?
Dude, I'm having an ice cream cake at my wedding.
Viennettas, bro. Let's do it.
For sure. That shit classy. Jokes. That's a good question for Chris. Ice cream cake,
It's
classy. or
obviously
tacky?
Pomo, bro. Come on.
I don't know. I don't like ice cream cakes, but I don't think they're not class. I think they're just neutral on
Really?
the scale.
Because I love
is
them,
interesting.
but I imagined there would be a bit more.
What about like cheesecakes? Because I like hate cheesecakes, but it sounds like something
too.
like French fucking bakeries or whatever would do.
Well, it's not traditional,
Ah, yes, okay.
but
gotcha.
then, okay, fruitcakes are traditional, but I wouldn't want to have a
love
fruitcake at my
Yeah,
wedding.
fuck
I
that.
love it.
Yeah?
You like
Yeah,
fruitcake?
yeah, love it.
That's because he's a bit fruity. And he likes to swing
Tastes
on
so
either
good.
side.
I think it's because my grandparents made them like growing up, so it's like I grew up with them, and it might have some value there, but I don't know. Tastes good. So you guys know I'm an advocate. Well, not really an advocate. No fap. So
Oh,
I don't
really?
believe in it. Like
Lower class.
No, so I've done it a couple times just as a challenge, and one of the benefits is it gives you nice erotic dreams. Now, apparently, scientifically, there's a way that you can get them without no fap.
Really?
So I didn't Google this. This just came up. I definitely didn't Google this. This just came up on my Instagram.
Hey, Chris, you Googled
But apparently, falling asleep on your stomach makes you significantly more likely to have erotic dreams.
Wait,
Is that
what?
because of like the position of where that is, and you might move, and there might be a bit of
That's a
friction?
great point. It literally could be. But it
That's-
didn't say it's
yeah.
specific to men. That's the thing.
Oh.
So it could be for women too. So if there are any women listening that want to try it out,
I've
let
had
us know.
so few like sexual dreams over the years.
Why you gotta do no fap? I'm the same because I don't dream normally.
It just sounds cringe and gay.
No, it's so fun.
No fat.
No,
No
fap's
fat does
fun.
not sound like
no,
fun.
No, sexual
Chris,
dreams.
what do you think of guys who do no fat?
I've done it before.
Have you?
Yeah,
What?
It's a
just for the challenge.
Yeah, so
And
Oh.
like this is when I was single, and that apparently it gives you like so much more motivation with girls.
it
And
does, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like you
Aaron.
start seeing twos and they're like,
Hey, Aaron. I hate to be the guy who says this. Are you doing no fap now?
no.
You've become more of a slut
don't
now
have
than
to.
you were in the
Oh,
past.
okay, in the past I was living with my parents.
yeah, I know, but still.
yeah, but
Wait, just no fap. Are you allowed to have sex on no fap?
yes.
Oh, well then
No nuts is when you can't have sex, which I've also done. And when I was
In a
dating
relationship.
yeah, I did it in a relationship.
Imagine being the girlfriend. Why
I was-
doesn't he want to have sex
It's so
with me?
funny because I literally was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna challenge myself.
Yo, fuck that. Life's too short, bro. You got to enjoy things.
Yeah, but
Embrace
you
the
also-
hedonistic
within
lifestyle.
within reason.
yeah.
Don't
Can't
do
just be doing-
heroin,
yeah.
sure.
And there's another like no porn, no fap. There's the whole thing there.
Yeah.
I get that if you're like there are some guys who are proper addicted to porn and like the idea of normal sex doesn't entice them. So like I get it from that standpoint. Maybe you just need to wean off the whole thing to try to kick the addiction.
Yeah.
But like if you're a normal person and you can still have sex and like have a good functioning sex drive and all that kind of shit, it's like it just seems like you're depriving something of yourself of like a great relaxer at the end of an evening when you've had a stressful day
Like
at work.
one less pleasure that you didn't need to eliminate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, have a fucking glass of whiskey, drink a beer, enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, but it's still a challenge. Like it's like some people go running every day for 30 days.
Yeah,
know?
they're fucking retards, bro.
No, because
These fucking dickheads, like, how are you so bored with your life?
No, I think it's healthy to challenge yourself and stretch the limits.
Yeah, but there are better things to do, like climb Everest. Don't just
Yeah,
not whack
you
off
have
for
to
30
train.
days.
Yeah, but there's only so many things. Imagine you have a busy schedule. You can't really commit to climbing Everest, but you can still do something that's not just
Yeah, but
coming home, watching Netflix, going to sleep.
yeah, but you're still doing that. You're just not jerking off.
No, you're going for runs and shit.
No, not if you're not whacking off.
No, but you're having cool dreams.
Yeah, okay, but you're
Can't do anything with them though.
It's so cringe.
Oh, you don't need to. You're relaxed after.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It can't get
During no fap, it definitely does.
But if you nut from it, then you're
Yeah, but
losing all the superpowers because you're still coming.
Because I'm counting it as like 20%.
Fuck off.
Did you see? The thing is, you have to.
If it's
try
out of
it
your
to
hands, it's out of
understand.
your hands.
Yeah,
Right, literally.
exactly. Yeah,
It's just something that's not going to happen. Like, there are people who identify as being amputees, so they cut off fingers and shit. Like,
Yeah.
That's the kind of wingbat I see you two as right now, who are just like, oh, this thing that's like a good way to just chill at the end of the night. I'm gonna challenge myself by, putting a chastity belt on and throwing away the key.
It's about delayed gratification too, because when you break it, holy shit, you're like a fucking exploding volcano.
Yeah, 30 days for one night. You know what I mean?
I know.
No, but
ceiling.
it's like that for another week. Yeah,
People wonder how it gets on the ceiling. That's how it gets on the ceiling.
Yeah. Dude, imagine this, some weird fucking turn of events where somehow distance of your ejaculation was like considered a sport. So like people like
That is a sport.
yeah, people are training and shit. It's like shot put.
You know how like boxers don't fuck before a fight because they're scared they're gonna lose. Like no nut will go up a lot in value when
exactly.
you go for the cum Olympics. Fucking hell.
I think that's a good way to end the podcast.
On that wholesome, charming note.
Oh look, that's how we do it in Milk Bucket Podcast. You know
Speaking
what I mean?
of classy topics,
Yeah.
Sometimes we're talking about the socio-economic struggles of the lower class. Sometimes we're talking about how far can you come, you know? You never know with us, guys. It's like walking through a forest with fucking dementia. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, thanks so much for letting us talk to you, Chris.
oh, my pleasure. Please have me back soon.
Damn straight.
Please come over more.
Keen for it.
We miss
I'm
you.
desperate to come back.
Anyway, that's been it for another Milk Bucket episode. See us next week.
Thank you.